Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to do a quick video on TEM. It was one of my largest winners the last week, so I thought I'll take that as an opportunity to kind of share a few things that allow me to get into the stock. It's not a kind of traditional breakout play, and not something that I talk about often, but it's something I implement whenever I see an opportunity to do so. So I'll share that with you guys, and I'll show another example too with another stock from a few months back. But before we get started, disclaimer: this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence, and it's not a recommendation to buy any securities that you see today. All right, let's jump in here. I have it on ONON, but I'll go back to OM here. But let's start with TEM. Let's get to MarketSurge first, and talk about a few things. I want to talk about the technical tactics that I used to get into the stock, but the stock made it to my list because it already had qualities that I look for in stocks. I'll kind of go through those very quickly, and that's how the stock made it on my list. That's how I'm watching it every day, flipping through that larger watch list that I have. It's an IPO. I look at IPOs often, and ones that grab my attention make it to my larger watch list. Some qualifications: they have to be liquid, they have to be strong technically, and they have to have some type of fundamental qualification. Sales on this one is what a few things is just constant sales, not profitable yet, but that's okay. And then in the AI theme, right? And then what's most importantly is the performance of the stock. The stock actually tried to break out here, and then it was dragged by the market when it broke down, and it rebounded very strongly. So I've been watching this, and then this action here, the strong rebound, and then getting tight is what made it to my kind of primary list, to kind of try to figure out how can I get an entry. So we'll go to TradingView to do that a little bit. But essentially, I've been watching TEM, I think, since here. This was a really good setup, but I never kind of took part into that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 breakout on a day 4. Not something I do often. And you have this big reversal here. So I did not participate in this breakout here. This breakout is just way too much for me. When a market that's doing this, and then you're breaking out here, not something I'm willing to buy. And anybody who did got stopped out and got knocked out here. It's pretty much a big drop here from 47 to, I don't know, 35 or so. So let's jump into TradingView and take a deeper look at this, and then figure out how did I execute my buy here. Okay. Here's how it looks on TradingView. This drop here from the high to the low is 30%. So obviously, you bought this breakout, you're going to be knocked out over here. But this is a stock that was trying to break out. Let's do that here quickly. Trying to break out, and then got pulled by the market. Okay, so the weakness in this stock is not because of the stock, but rather because of the market. Strong rebound, and then just calm down. That's what I want to see, right? The stock is calming down. And on this day right here is when the stock moved to my primary focused list. It's a list that I look at daily, and then I want to watch during the day on what this stock is trying to do. I originally thought this is going to move here and go up. So I originally thought this is going to do something like this and just kind of get out this day. But instead, what this day happened is very quiet day, and this is the tactic that I use. If you zoom in very closely here, and I'm just try to make this a little bit bigger just to show you what I'm talking about. If you zoom in, there's very important stuff that happened here. This is a quiet day. It's a good sign. It's an inside day, quiet. This day here tried to take the inside day low, which it did right here, right? You see that? This took the low of the inside day. But then what happened? Instead of the selling come in and sellers come in to take this lower, it rebounded and closed inside the previous day. So what this essentially said, and this is kind of advanced stuff, okay? What this says, this action right here, what this said is that there is really no sellers. They broke the low, but no one showed up to sell the stock. So now what the setup is that if you take the high of the previous candle, that's your trigger. So your trigger is this. Because what happened, you gotta think about the psychology of this. Anybody who was trying to stay long that had their stop below these two lows had to sell. Bears that try to short this because they thought it was going down, they placed their shorts, but there's really no progress. Bears are not winning, and then bulls are getting frustrated because now it's closed back above their spot, this stop. This sets up the play. So I'm gonna just take this out. This now sets up the play. If we find buyers and take this high back out, that's your trigger entry. And then you're normally doing tight stops below the low of that day, which is 4.5% in this case, okay? And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly the tactic that I used. This is not a breakout. I mean, you could say, you can wait here and buy that pivot. And then potentially that would be kind of a Minervini, contraction. You got the 1, 2, and then this one here going back up. But this will be more of your breakout pivot, or even this, your breakout pivot. But this is way too low. This is, like I said, tactic that a lot of people talk about. It's something I use. And from there, the rest is history. I sold some. I sold just a little tiny up on this high. And then I sold up at 52, I think it was 52.50, honestly. Almost the high tick of the and I posted on that on Twitter. The interesting part about TEM, this, I was up 8% right away. Like, I was on this day here, I was up to, so we said 4.5, and then I was up like 9% on this day. And I posted about it when I was up 8, and here's the tweet. Keep an eye, things on mobile. I was away from my screen, and then up 8%, but I'm leaving all my chips on the table. This got potential, I think. Just need the market to play nice this week. It wasn't a gamble. This had a lot of qualities that said this is going higher if the market cooperates. Like I said, this broke out here, tried to go higher, the market brought it down. So it was already getting into high ground, new territory, while the market was just going sideways here. And then it got slammed down by the market. So as soon as the market started to stabilize, this had potential to retake the highs and go higher. Now, one thing I regret about this is that this sets up a beautiful add-on. If you watch my pyramiding video that I made a few months back, just look at it. Just search pyramiding in my videos and you'll find it. This set up beautiful pyramid opportunity right here. I was looking at this that day, but honestly, I didn't want to take it because, and I did not size up my my position because I thought we're gonna hit here, and that's exactly why I sold some here, because I thought we're gonna hit this previous high. There's a lot of trap buyers here. This was fast, and I thought we're gonna drop a little bit down, and then back to around this pivot, and then maybe potentially make a turn here, and then you can size up when it does that. Now there's still a possibility that this is gonna drop here and give us that size up, so I'll do that. But that was the thought. I didn't want to increase my position here to just see it coming back down to where that position is. So I did not. This one is also a beautiful, it's another pattern that not a lot of people talk about, something I use: breakout, failure, reset. So here's your attempted breakout, failed, and then calms down, and then goes reset behind that previous breakout level, and then boom, breaks out again. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Breakout, failure, reset. Okay, and then second attempt goes. I trade these often. I see them often, and I take advantage of them. So that was TEM. Let me show you. This is just one that I remembered. ONON. I was trying to figure out if there was another one that I recently traded, and it's not very recent with this same tactic here. So I'm gonna go to ONON, and let's go back. It was a few months back. So it was on earning gap up right here. So let's zoom in a little bit and show you guys where that tactic of, it's kind of breaking expectations, right? Like I said, sellers didn't show up, break expectations, and this is the same thing. So ONON, here's massive up volume on earning. I'm very interested in getting in, trying to find a place to get in, and I did on this. Obviously didn't go up, didn't work that well, but let me show you what how that played out. So there's your pivot here, and I did not buy this. So this is just going back, testing the 21 EMA, and then now it's getting tight. It's building this pivot here, squatted, right? So try to attempt to go, and then you have a shooting star, okay, and a squat on that pivot. Now, a lot of folks will put their stop, including me, a lot of times, put the stop below the low of the squat, okay? If you just want to be tight and then retry. So if you can look at what happened here again, same stuff, right? I'm gonna just blow this up a little bit, and you see how we took the low. Here, we'll just put a line here just to see that we took the low. Took the low by a hair, right? So stops got stopped out, and then people that wants to short the squat, thinking that this is going back to the 50, put their short positions on, and what happened? It was just rebounding. So now shorts are stuck with their shorts, and then bulls are getting frustrated that they stopped out of their longs. And then your trigger is the high of this candle, and that's exactly where I bought it. Okay, because now shorts are covering, you're gonna get forced to cover, and then bulls that sold their positions here, that does tight stuff like I do, they're gonna rebuy their positions when this high is taken back out, because essentially there's no selling here. The market is telling you there's not enough sellers to take this down. And if there's not enough sellers to take this down, they're going to take it up, right? So that's kind of the tactic that got me into TEM. I did that. The other one from this week that worked really well is MIRM. I'm going to show this, why this made it on my list. I mean, there's tons of stuff why this made it to my primary list. I mean, when you're looking at something that looks like this, while the market was selling off hard, right? I mean, we'll go back and show other charts. I mean, can you tell the market is selling off? This is an unbelievable volume pattern here. I mean, if you don't have my volume indicator, yeah, you should. I'm not sure what you're waiting for. But this is a beautiful volume pattern. Look at this unbalanced volume. It's at extreme buying pressure, intense buying pressure, and it's new high after new high after new high after new high, and then you got volume drying out, stock is only testing its 21 EMA when you have other stocks that are getting killed with this downturn here. Okay, and then the reason why this made it on my list, and then I had it as a buy on this day, breakout failure reset. There it is. Breakout. The market slams it down, just like TEM, exactly like TEM. Trying to break out ahead of the market when the market was going sideways. Market's selling off, slams back down, calms down, reset, and then boom, breakout. Now this was very surprising on not a lot of volume. The way I managed this is I sold some at the high here, and then I had the rest of the stop just below the close of this high, below the close here. So I sold more coming back down here, and then I closed it, all of it down here. This was way too much of a pullback. I made 8-9% on this trade, so it's pretty good for a really tight stop. My stop was down here, so it was a really quick winner. But that's another example of breakout failed reset. This was beautiful. This potentially will go in one of my modeled books for 2024. So anyway, I think that's what I wanted to cover today. TEM, 30% from the buy point. Sold some on Friday. Show you multiple of your risk. So let's zoom in here and do this. This is the buy point, and then your stop below. And let's drag this over, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R, and I literally sold some, like I posted on X, at 52.50 or something like that. So almost at the high of the day, and this got some selling going back all the way down and recovered at the end of the day. But beautiful trade. Love these IPOs, showing a lot of strength against the market. What I'd like to see is get this to pull back here, and then get me to put my full position back on. So hopefully that helps. Tactic here, and then the bonus I guess was failed breakout reset setup that I watch for every now and then. So hopefully that helps. I'll talk to you soon. By the way, next week I'm probably going to be working on something that a lot of people have been asking about, and that's how do you ramp up? How do you go from cash to I'm 85% now in my in one account, and my larger account is about 60% invested. Actually 70% now, 65%. I'm not really sure exactly, because I bought LEN and NE on Friday. So how do you do that? So I'm gonna do a detailed video of how I sold most of my holdings as the market is topping, and then when I was in cash, and then how did I get back into the market. So I think that will be interesting. It'll probably be a little bit longer video, but there's been a lot of comments around that. So if you think that's something that you want me to kind of invest some time in putting, leave a comment and a like, subscribe to get notified. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get put that together by the weekend. So how do you reduce and then go into cash while the market is not behaving? How do you sit on your hands until the market is a little bit more stable, calmer, and turning back up? And then how do you start putting positions, aggressively managing risk, moving stops, and then taking on more positions to ramp up quickly before it's too late? So I'll do that next week. So thanks, and I'll talk to you guys soon.